Hi everybody, this is Todd with the Forex Nitty Gritty Insiders daily video. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. We had some pretty big moves here today with the market coming out and moving to the news that came out, I should say. What we didn't think was maybe a big announcement today came out to being pretty good for the movements of things. The building permits were up a little bit. Unemployment claims were just slightly up, 1,000 more than what the forecast was. Housing starts was down a little bit, but the Philly Fed Index was a negative 7.1, where the forecast was a negative 4.7. So a little worse than the forecast, and we saw the markets really move quickly. I want to just look at a 1 minute chart here and talk a little bit about news announcements and how things can really move quickly on us. Now, I'm going to put a vertical line here at the announcement. All right, so this is what was happening, 15 minutes before the announcement. Things were kind of, make this a little bit flat, kind of moving sideways. And then we had this pre-announcement run up, and it ran up here in anticipation of what the market thought was going to happen. So it kind of moved up, and then we had the announcement come out, and you can see this candle, which was a fairly good sized candle here, moved up about 10 pips. This is a 1 minute chart, remember, so it looks big, but might not be pip-wise. But a fairly good-sized candle compared to what we have seen in the past. And then we saw it kind of go flat, and then really just take off through most of the morning here. Had a little bit of pullbacks, and then took off again. Took off again. This was, let's see, another vertical line here. So right here was when the Philly Fed made its announcement. So the first vertical line here was when we had the building permits, and then we had another announcement come out, and it moved up sharply. So when we see things like that, when we see news coming out, we always want to be careful because you never know for sure how things are going to react. You just have to make sure that you're comfortable with knowing that the news is coming out in order to trade. Now, when we apply some of the conditions for the simple trading method, we can identify entry points when the markets are pulling back. So for example, when we have a situation where we get a pullback back down towards an area of support, entering it as it moves above the highest high of the last three. And we can see that happen several times. Pullback, and then looks like it's going to get in, and then as it moves up on the short time frame, we can see that those pullbacks we can enter into as they start to move back up again. Now, most people aren't trading the 1 minute chart. If we look at a 5 minute chart, you can see a similar type of a situation where it's moved up as it pulls back here, getting in as it begins to move above the highest high of the last three. Right now, we have a possible setup happening, although we've had a pretty big move already. If we thought that this was a pullback to where there was some support, we'd have to maybe go look out further time frame for some support. There may not be anything there at this point, but when it pulls back, that's where we want to start to look for those opportunities to enter into those positions. Now, the other pairs, here's the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, which really we don't have as much movement, although you can see the times where it came out and how it kind of was running up and running down, so pretty choppy here. the pound dollar. Nice smooth run up here. A little less choppy. US Japanese yen. Got some movement. Swiss franc moving down. US CAD moving down. It initially started to move up with its announcement. It came out with some announcements at the same time, kind of opposite of what the announcement made happen to the other pairs. But anyway, the key is that when we look for those movements, if we can catch things that are really starting to trend because of that news, we can look for opportunities to enter into it and use a simple trading method. So keep our risk in control when we're doing that, because the news can get a little bit choppy. But overall, things are moving pretty good now, and so keep an eye out for opportunities to take those trades. And if you have questions about anything, feel free to let me know. If not, we'll be back tomorrow to take a look at what happens at the end of the week here before the market closes for the weekend. So have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon.